there's a moose tower. It's quite a nice invention actually. You trap it with some cheese limp macca. You put cheese limp macca in the tower, and then you wait in the bushes behind the tower, and after a while you're gonna see the moose coming, going, and he's going to sniff the limpust macca, cheese limp macca, and then he's going to climb up the ladder to the tower, and then the tower is going to collapse, and 10 hunters will jump the moose and tie a knot around his back. No, I'm just fucking kidding. It's the hunter is going to sit there all day with his radio and his coffee and his rifle. Yeah, you get it. I happen to get carried away sometimes. Now the question is, will this ice hold me up? Because as I remember, it was quite deep, this water hole. I guess there is only one way to find out. The only problem is, if I sink this ship here, I don't have anything to winch me on. That's going to be a pain in the you know what. Let's see. It doesn't look like it's as much water over there. One thing I don't like about this machine is the gear selector. It's quite hard actually to get it from, like, when you stand still, to get it from like park to, yeah, now it works flawlessly because it's going to show you, but sometimes it's plenty hard to get the gears in, especially if you have been moving. Yeah, look like that, you see, I can't go from reverse to low unless I do like this, and I don't like that because maybe some of you know what the problem is and can tell me that I need to adjust something or loop something, but yeah, now I get it in L position, in low gear. I can see in front of me when the Canadians on the Canadian factory was planning out this gearbox, and they like, yeah, we are going to have a low gear, and we're gonna have a high gear, and we're gonna have a neutral, and we're gonna have a reverse, but we're going to make a selector that makes it impossible to get it in gear. Yes, it's going to, what, yes. Oh, no problem. Oh, look, another moose tower. That's the deluxe model with roof and a tarp. That's when you get older, you need a deluxe version of that moose tower so you don't get cold. Whoa, slick rock. Woo! Nice. I think it's behind that hill. It's the... Ooh. Yep. Yep, I got belly protection under my four-wheeler. I actually have to say that it's quite a comfortable ride, even in this kind of rough terrain. I know it maybe doesn't look that much on the camera, but most of this stretch I have been driving here since I turned off the road. I wouldn't necessarily want to walk here. It's like rocks and it's deep holes and ruts and shit all over the place, and not to talk about the water holes in the like it's like swamp. I don't know what else to call it. It's like Nordic swamp terrain. We call it myrar in Swedish. I know in Canada you call them muskeg or something like that, but in Swedish we call it myr, or like wet terrain, wet, like våtmark, wet terrains. Yeah, so what I was saying is, yeah, this machine is actually quite nice to drive. It's not, yeah, I'm gonna show you here. Actually, I'm gonna show you here. Oh, the quiet silence of the woods. Yeah, I'm gonna show you here. And it's like this all the way. And here's a hole in the ground with some ice on it. You can see here it's like, yeah, I don't know, it's like 2 foot deep, like 60 centimeters deep. And there's the four-wheeler. And I think I can drive over that like no problem, like no problemo. Yeah, look at this. It's not that bad actually. See, my head basically doesn't even move, just going over that hole. So I'm on that part, I'm quite impressed of this machine. It got some like basic shocks. I don't know what they are. I don't know if it's like KYB or what it is. It's standard. Yeah, you can adjust the preload of the spring, but it looks to me like a $50 shock. So it's nothing on that part to be impressed of. And this machine is actually it's a standard Outlander 570 without the road legal package. So it's like considered a terrain machine in Sweden. It got the same equipment like a snowmobile would have. You have a daytime running light, like low beam, and you have high beam, and you got one rear light with brake light, and that's the same as a snowmobile will have. Comfortable ride, I would say, like no problem going over this terrain, like ruts and stones and holes and shit, like doing that in like 9-10 kilometers per hour, no problem. I really like it actually. My expectations for this machine wasn't actually so high. I actually bought it mostly because I have been riding snowmobiles, yeah, in past years, and the season for snowmobiles is quite tricky if you're like me, is eager to get out and do things. It's quite tricky because here where I live, the season typically starts in the late January, and you can ride through April if you're lucky, and that leaves a huge gap from the motorcycling season, which usually ends mid to late September. So you got like all of October, November and December and most of January, that when I'm basically, yeah, living on my couch, because this is what I like to do. So it's getting dark outside, so I think I'm gonna go back home.